Welcome to AMIcast, podcast about Amiga computers. I'm your host, Krzysztof Radzikowski, but call me Krzysztof or Radzik. Welcome in special episode from the Wolfsburg. There still is a party, alternatives computer meeting. So mainly it's Amiga, and today I can have a speech with the guys that managing this. So and this will be in English. So the guys are more in German way, but we will try to do it in English and present what was on the party. So. How are you? And please introduce yourself. I don't know who wants to start.
My name is Silke Block, Maniac. We do this meeting since 5 years. My first computer was Amiga 500.
That's how it started.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. And you?
Hello, my name is Dalibor. I'm a Knetiknut on the homepages, forums, AMIcast and Amiga restaurants, and my first computer was also the Amiga 500, and we organized this meeting for our users and friends, and welcome, please come to our party.
Yeah, exactly. The party is quite interesting. It's more family way, but beside of this, we have a lot of projects, and I can. They take a look here who comes. For example, the special guest for sure there was the Dennis with this Sonnet card, and he showed that is almost everything working. Then we had the Vampire 2. I saw this first time, and it's working great. And there was other guys like Entwickler X, so this is a great developer, and followed by Daytona is a second great developer. There was the guy behind Amiga Racer, so another games developer.
Yeah.
And there was the guy that make the graphic chips expansion, memory expansions for C64. Yeah. And at the end of all, and not the least, I think there was the tabor presented, but not working, but everybody can touch the tabor, how it looks. So
yes, the company ACM was here to colleagues from the beta tester showed us the Eon tabor board, beta board, already running Linux on it, but it's planned to have Amiga to port Amiga OS on it. It will be the replacement for a SAM 460 in future, and very how to say not a cheap but
it will be the low-end Amiga or something like this.
Very nice, like Amiga 1200.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the starting point for. And okay, so let's maybe talk just shortly about how do you manage this to organize this stuff. And I know this is hard work. This is 3 days of party, and the guys from this is mainly from German guys, but Dennis is not German, and I'm Polish living in German, so I think that the more guys from outside that they want to show something here, they are welcomed in the next year. So. How do you manage this to make the party? Yeah.
We started with a party 5 years ago with 30 people. Every year it
rises up.
Bigger.
Bigger, more colleagues, more friends, and more users.
Last year, Pedro Tushchenko was here,
yes,
and showed us the Walker and
the book, and he made the presentation.
Yes.
I remember this.
A great discussion with other colleague from him, from the leading of Amiga.
And what I can say at the end, you can the grill here. You can eat the Wurst, yeah. So the sausage. And yeah, I think you can enjoy it's not so big and not so small. There is a lot of space, and I think this is good if somebody wants to come here. It's very, very nice. And the next year is for sure it will be. Yeah, I think the 6th meeting.
I think it's in the plan.
Okay, and So if somebody wants to come here and show something, there is option to have the presentation or something.
Yes.
We always prepare a beamer and a room for presentations and for discussions for new hardware, software. Also very interesting new software presentation and so on. If you like, or some about history, Commodore, everything. We will give you the room and you can tell us a little bit from your project.
To say there is last year I was Aliena computer, so it's you can buy something, and this is not only this. I saw there some guys coming with something.
Yes.
I even bought one 600 here. So there is also option to buy the new stuff, the games. The Amiga Racer was selling the limited version at this weekend of his game.
Yes, collector's edition.
25 pieces.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, and there was some other stuff. So yeah, I think this is more or less we cover everything. This is just short interview, but I think the next year the guys from not Germany, they are welcome here. And as you heard, we speak English. So it's no problem, more or less, but I will provide the anti-blocker for this from Poland, so it will be good. Okay, so anything more that you want to say to?
All the guys out there, you are welcome. Please come to our party if you are interested, and also to all the hardware, software, and sellers companies. They are invited to show us the newest project. We are a good platform for new projects, also beta status and so on. The people are very interested, and we have a good history. Last 5-6 years, we get every year more and more contacts and also projects here to our.
There was some projects showed here. I think before the. I will put the link to your website, but I will say this. This is the Amiga LAN party. But this will be everything in descriptions is easier, and I think this is the time to finish. You must make the place clean, and I must go as well. And I think we see us in the next year, and we are friends here now. So make peace, not war. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
And this is memory from Sonnet, showed here. So now you are working only on Sonnet memory. Okay.
Yes. This is actually a PPC demo from.
I know.
Okay, 2003 or something like that. So most of the Encore demos work on Sonnet.
And the games are like Wipeout, and this is working as well, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
I can show you later.
No, my Blizzard was not so fast.
Well, in the end you will get the FPS
counter.
It's almost at full speed. Look at the end, the demo can maximum have 50 FPS, no matter how fast your processor is. And most of them are at 50 FPS.
So now the plan that you have is to achieve what? Because the software is most working, yeah?
Yes.
And the library is already on AMInet, yeah? So this means I can buy Mediator, buy Sonnet, and be happy.
Almost. I still actually Lbooks still has to modify its PCI library to accept the Sonnet part.
Okay.
Because if you get PCI library from your Lbook CD,
it's not patched, yeah, like
exactly.
we talk in the podcast, yeah.
Then it crashes.
But to get OS4 on this, it's still not possible, yeah?
Nope.
And it will be not.
I don't know.
Okay. This sounds good if you don't know.
It's It's possible, but it's a lot of work for one person.
And do you know how many users already has
Four, including myself. So.
Shit.
So now we get the FPS at the end. I hope. There you go.
For the scenes, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, almost always maximum.
Yeah. Want to see something else?
Yes. And I'm streaming this online now, so it's live.
Okay. Well, this is the Neo Geo. It takes a long time to start up. Well, Quake you've already seen, of course. Just Scum. So this is the WarpOS version of Scum from I think 2010.
And have you tried with other emulators like MAME or something like this? There is
Yes, of course. This is the,
because before it was not powerful enough, to run this.
you want to see MAME or?
I can say, can you show something heavy?
Heavy.
That is working on this because
Something heavy. This is heavy, but it takes a while to load it because this is the emulation for the Neo Geo.
Okay.
Which has like 100 megabytes ROMs. So it takes a while to download. So this has to go up to 8. So
Okay.
it'll probably take 1 minute.
Yes, not so dramatic.
And it's still not perfect. You see a couple of graphical glitches. It is very playable. I think 8 is the last one. Maybe not. Yes. Okay, let's see. It should be this one. So it's actually emulating a 6800 MHz and a couple of more chips. Samurai Showdown number 4. Neo Geo is one of the more heavy
To emulate. And have you tried something like, for example, Tornado 3D software? This is the...
No. I know somebody who tried it and the library crashes because it uses a unsupported function. I will look at it as soon as I'm back home.
But Amiga AMP and the video players I can use with this library now.
Yes. When I'm done with kicking his ass, then I'll. You see a difficult glitch with the. There's no
bars or something. Yeah.
But that's more of the heavy ones. You said something about a video or?
Yeah, we can show the video.
This is M. Then a couple of.
With Frogger, okay.
Yeah, what's a Frogger? But this is M. This is all with the original sound chip of the Amiga. Because I don't have any room for sound card. So this is a movie. I don't know. You have what else is some simple things. This is, for example, the distributed. This is very quick. Which is saying well, basically PowerPC. So you can do a benchmark. These kind of programs are at full speed running, so no context switches, nothing. So this is very nice for a Z3 at 500 megahertz. It's actually spot on if you look at the database. What else? Games?
Yeah, maybe Wipeout or I don't know.
Wipeout? I only have the demo. This is also a demo.
Okay.
Of course, the Windows version is quicker, but the Windows version actually depends on 15-bit. So some of the pictures there will not be okay, so I'll just put it on the screen.
Okay.
All the intro screens are then messed up because of 15-bit. Now they are okay. I'll just play with keyboard. So you can, of course it's a demo, so you don't have many choices. I think I got a slower one now. So this is Wipeout. It's a bit dark here to see the corners.
Yeah, but it's working fast, so...
If a game has been programmed very cleanly, then it works on the Sonnet. And one of the space.
No, this is heavy game, I think.
It's a very heavy game. The intro is actually 68K, and because the 68K data is also loaded on the slow RAM, the intro is very slow. It actually stutters, but this is not the PPC, this is the 68K. So this is the Hyperion intro, then you have the actual intro, also 68K. I already started the game, so boring loading screen.
So the maximum fast RAM that you can use is how big?
200, the fast RAM in total. The Cyberstorm can have 128 and the Sonnet can have 256.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The thing is, it stutters a little if data is loaded from the hard drive. So if this is loaded from the hard drive, and then you see it stutter. I don't know if that's also in the original version, but
no, I don't know too. I didn't play this.
It's a very nice game if you like space simulations.
Yeah, I know this game is very good.
So this is incoming. So this is and of course the other ones you've already seen. Like Quake 2. I think it just crashed.
Oops.
It crashed.
Yeah,
It's not perfect yet.
Work in progress, I understand.
There's a certain combination of programs and games. After a while, that we're running after 2 hours, 2.5 hours, then it's crashes.
Okay, I think it's enough. We just show how it starts, and this is.
What is new is that last week I got the data types going for PNG, JPEGs, and so actually all the background screen that comes up after it's done loading is actually done by the PPC.
Okay.
Normally it waits for like 15-20 seconds before it comes up with the 060, but with the PPC it's rather quick. For example, I also have a very big PNG downloaded from Mario, and we start the viewer. It takes a while. Normally it takes like 20-30 seconds, but now it's 2 seconds. It's a very big PNG, but that's also very quick now.
Okay, and this is this starts with system. You don't need to use this something like.
No, I put it in a startup sequence since last week. It's now been stable enough that I dare to start it from the
Understand.
Yeah, so I don't have to use the init anymore. So, it's another milestone. I can show you Earth demo. It says 800 times 600, but somehow it starts the 640 times. Here we have the
this is nice.
Earth,
Nice.
So this is 640 480. I still have to find. Maybe it's because of the demo that you can't. That you can't put it in 800 to 600.
But it's fluent. Yeah.
How do I select? I've never played this game. It actually scrolls too fast for me.
Yeah, it's very fast. I would say. On my 060 scroll is not so fast. You can.
One of the games which is also heavy is Payback. Only Payback, I think, directly addresses the Paula chip, so it's very
Unstable.
unstable. Yes, it's very quirky. Also, it's not working on AHI,
So it's not possible to choose the. Okay.
and every time the Paula chip is accessed, then you have a stutter. The video is actually quite reasonable, but if you hear to the sound, it stutters and it speeds up, it slows down. It's very fast when you play it without sound, but I've turned sound on and it slows it down. See the. So without sound, it's better than this.
Okay.
Well, who wants to play without sound? So I was told it's about Blizzard 150 speed now. This is reasonable. I tried Quake 2 last time and didn't work.
Yeah.
Does it work now? I don't know. The only thing with Quake 2 is that you have a long loading time. And on the videos on my blog, I just cut them out. I don't know if on a Cyberstorm PPC it's faster loading. It's also very dark. Let's do an easy game. This is not the actual Hyperion version. This is the one compiled from the sources which were on AmiNet from a guy from EAB. It's a bit dark, I can't see anything. This is the Sonnet I can't see anything. Well, it's working, but I'm not even sure I'm walking the right way now. I can't see anything. GL Quake. From the same guy who compiled Quake 2. Also very dark.
Yeah, the best one.
Yeah. But if you do a time demo here, it's very fast. I hope you can see it through the lens. And we're almost done. We're done. It was 45 on the 46. So this is a bit what the Sonnet can do.
Yeah, so you can use it as normal on Power Amiga.
Yes.
So, hi Dennis, how are you? We see us, I think more or less the first time. You were in Noise, but I was somewhere there. So, in real life, in live situation, this is our first time, and we are here with Sonnet in Wolfsburg, in Germany Amiga meeting.
Well, nice meeting you in real life, and happy to be here at my second ever party, Amiga party in Germany. Last time was Noise, and I think we have progressed very far from with Sonnet compared to Noise. In Noise, I had only one program running, which was the Vauxhall Space program.
Okay.
And now this was October, I think, and now it's like 4 or 5 months later, and you've seen the result.
Yeah, I saw the result. We made the streaming of this, so I think I will put it somewhere in YouTube that everybody can see this. So I'm quite impressed.
Thank you.
It's nice work, and I will say the hard software that needs a lot of CPU is running great.
Yeah.
So the question is, your plans to the future? Because now it's more or less everything is working. I see it, in my opinion, when I saw this. Yeah.
Yeah, there are still small things to do. People would very much like to have iFusion running on the Sonnet. So you have a Power Mac emulation, but that's it would be very hard. I'm also still looking for the A1200 support. I'm doing little steps there. It has been on the back burner because I want to be ready with the 3000, 4000 version before I go back to the 1200 version. But I still see some possibilities there. I'm also looking if of course the Sonnet is rare, but the G-Rex is even more rare, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm also looking at the G-Rex 1200 support, not the 4000, because that one is very rare. And I'm still thinking about, of course, Amiga OS 4 on the Sonnet.
But for this, you need the support from the Hyperion, for example. Somehow.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think so?
I don't think so.
Good sound, yeah.
I'm the proud owner of Amiga OS 4.1 for the Classic and for Amiga One system.
Okay.
If I get support, okay, that makes it easier because it was a hard road with no LBox support. So it would be easier, of course, with support, but maybe I don't need it.
Okay, so of course it's better when you get the support from these companies, but it's not so easy. So there is a chance. So this is nice to hear this. And so this is the plans. And so the version OS 3.19 is almost ready. Yeah, it's working. The movies are working. Some problems, but the games are working. The demos, we saw this as well.
Yes,
so looks like pretty done.
Yes, the last thing which went in, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, is what the Warp data type suite from Oliver Roberts is now working. So the PPC is now decoding data types, picture data types, like JPEGs and PNGs. So that's in. There are a few glitches here and there. Some demos are not supported, but they're mostly because they need a per media card, because a lot of demos were coded for the combination of PPC and...
this was this time that was Cybervision, Vivision.
Yes, exactly. So not especially for the Voodoo. I'll just continue because somebody is shouting for food.
The food stuff. No problem.
What else is not working at the moment? Of course, if there's any hardware banging, it's very slow. But Scum VM is working, Quake 2, Wipeout, all the major... FreeSpace.
Working very nice.
I'm now still working on Shogo Mobile Armor Division to get it working. I haven't tried it yet, but that's next on the list. And then I think I have all the major games, and I already said today that I think I have 80%. Going
for PowerPC, these were not so many games. That's why I think if you manage to put the OS 4 on this, it will be great, because the whole system is, and we saw more or less that Sonnet, I think, is 5 times faster than Vampire.
If you
it's
look
completely different architecture and target, but it's quite fast.
If you look at the MIPS, then it, of course it's about 5 times as faster than the Vampire, which is actually running next to me. You guys can't see it, but I can. But of course it is direct access to all the Amiga bits, and the Sonnet does not have that. So this is a whole different thing. The Vampire 2 is faster in some stuff and slower in other.
And it's cheap. And what do you think about the Vampire? It can be nice. Do you plan to buy it?
I plan to buy a 500 2000 version for my 2000 because I think it's a very cool project, and very also in the spirit of the classic Amiga.
So now this means in future you will serve as the vampire. You will buy the vampire, put it in the 2000,
Yes.
and then you can. In 2000 there is no PCI.
Nope.
So because my plan was to make a big sandwich, Amiga sandwich way.
I don't know. Maybe there will be a 3000, 4000 version in the future. I know they are planning it according to complexity. I think this A600 was the least complex, and then the 500, 2000.
But theoretically, you can have the Amiga 500. Then you can buy ASA ACA. That's from individual computers.
Yes.
This is have the slot for 1200.
Yes.
And then you can connect the mediator.
A very big Frankenstein of an Amiga. Yeah, why not? For now, I'm still trying to make a closure of the Sonnet driver. I uploaded the version to an AMInet as a milestone. I have reached what I wanted to reach. First 80% compatibility, but for most the warp data types, the MP3 support, and the distributed clients. And now it's just wrapping up and then see what next.
Mm-hmm. And do you have the feedback from somebody that used this Sonnet and your stuff, or
the beautiful thing is I'm almost alone. We talked before that the Sonnet card is a very rare card indeed, and I know of two other persons who are actually using the Sonnet card actively. And there are 3 others who have the different parts, so they either have a Sonnet, but they don't have the mediator or the 4000 yet. I know somebody who actually has 4 Sonnets, but only an Amiga 1200. So there's not he can't do anything with it. And he tried to sell some of these Sonnets for big money, so I'm not very happy with that. So. He bought a few in Japan for like $35, $40, and now he's trying to sell them for 10 times as much.
Okay, so and maybe last questions: do you plan to go to some other meetings with your project, or to? Because I think in this year there will be not so many or something so great like Noise or Amsterdam. It's more family way.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on if anything is going to change between now and then. I mean, I don't want to show exactly the same thing again.
Thanks for your time again. It was nice to see you here and nice to see your Amiga 3000 with the Sonnet power inside. And till next time. Bye bye.
It was my pleasure. Bye bye.
You want to wait a minute?
I'm doing the direct streaming to the Twitter, so. And you move with mouse.
Yes.
Okay.
Fast, yes?
Yeah. And we are now on Super AGA, or?
It's quite the chunky part
Okay.
of this Super AGA core, yes?
But everything goes through the HDMI, yeah?
Yes, this is connected.
HDMI, sorry.
I show it to you.
And InDivision is working as well with this? Because I heard that it will be not working.
It works.
It
No
works.
problem. I got a dual setup, and it's even working with 2 screens. If I put a second screen, you got. But now it's disconnected. I'm only using the HDMI. Yes.
Yes, very nice. It takes not so much place.
Yes, it's running cool. You don't need this heat sink, actually, but I put one on it. It's a little bit warm, like
This, and you have the SD card, but it's not working now, yeah, I think. So you can
actually
replace your hard disk with this SD theoretically, yeah?
Yes, that's the goal. At the moment, they are just writing the drivers for the SD card. Yeah? Work has started, and actually the first versions already run.
Okay.
Yes?
And this is through the Picasso now, the workbench.
No, it hasn't. The Picasso
96.
Yes. Now I have to switch to the native Amiga resolution because sysinfo doesn't support graphics cards. I do it like this, and I can show you a speed test. Yes. That's impressive. If you have 060, yes, running at like 64 megahertz, you got 50 MIPS.
I can check it. But
49, I think.
Okay.
You can check it. The guy behind us, he got an 4000er with a Cyberstorm running at 64 and he got 50 MIPS.
I think 2000 was 60 megahertz, so
must be similar, yes?
Not similar, but this is more than 50. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but it's nice. It's small computer. Yeah?
Now we can check the CF card. It's on the original IDE port, no?
But it's faster than normal.
Like 3 MB. Yes.
Normally it's not possible to achieve this.
Yes. So it's okay, yes?
Yeah, yes. But
remember you got the 2 MB. And if you sit in front and you move the open drawers, look how fast it is, yes? It's really fast.
It was AMIcast, podcast for all Amiga users.